Hey guys, AH here, back with more Genshin Impact. I'm ready to start 5.0 quests. I think this is pretty recent. I'm not sure if it's going to be the latest is 5.1 or it's still just 5. But let's continue on. It's been a couple days since I recorded. All I've been doing is just uh, running around the world map, trying to do quests that don't conflict with the main quest and they're short enough. But oh man, there's some. I still did some long ones. It's been like 3 days and I've barely explored Fontaine still. I did unlock all this over here. This hasn't been unlocked. Wait, unless this is like the new zone. Actually, wait. I think I did it. No, this isn't new zone. It's up here. I'm not sure if this. Yes. I know this is the entrance to 5.0. I found this so long ago when they introduced the desert region. Like I ran into here and found this like very scenic. You'll see it. Like they'll force you to go through it. I'm like, oh my god, this has to be like the next zone, but it wasn't. Instead, I had that thing like I thought this would be Fontaine, but it wasn't. That Fontaine went all the way up here, north of Simaru, and Natalin is over here. I know this is Natalin. I don't know what this is. Yeah, I think I did it. I think I've unlocked all the Fontaine zones. Huh, that's interesting. But you can see the completion like 45, 26, 44, 5%, 20%, 38. Like I've just been running around just getting stuff. I still have a lot to do here. And then I did this by accident. Like I thought this was an event. I'm not sure what this is. Is this part of Fontaine? Because it's part of Leeway. It was all about tea and stuff like that, and mountains and celestial beasts stuff. Like it was weird. I could care less. So it's a floating gold. You're helping a floating goldfish ascend the mountain, and then there's like this really powerful wolf slash tiger slash dog creature that you fight at the end. And it's like, oh, all the tea has been saved, or some shit like that. Oh no, I'm just making it up. And then, yeah, I still have like all these quests here to do. Wait, what is this? Go to Fontaine. I don't remember seeing this. I did do one of the world quests here where you visit like these ancient artifacts, runes for these guys. It was kind of interesting. Like I'll show you. Come on, yeah, come on. I don't know what this is. Yeah, and it culminated going to that place. Literally floating water cubes. You could actually dive into them It is a bit annoying because I couldn't get some of the collectibles because I can't tell where the fuck is it above, below, in the air of the cubes. It's really annoying. Where am I going?
Time to go.
Look alive! Hi! Let's get it off!
I did do some story quests. I found out. Oh, I found out a 5-star that I really want. They finally released a Dendro character that's basically set and forget. You use her elemental skill, and it automatically attacks nearby enemies, doing Dendro damage. I'm like, that's what I wanted from the. That's seriously, the skills of this character should have been the Archon. No, the Archon is just like, camera, take a picture. You stand still and aim. It's like, no, dude, that's horrible in the heat of combat. And I unlocked world tier. The thing is, oh my god, I ran into some insanely hard regular enemies. Like, I couldn't kill them. Like, literally, they one-shot you. They're not bosses. That's the thing. Like, bosses, like, I'm even. But these regular monsters that are out in the world, like, it was so hard to kill them. I couldn't figure it out. One of them, I just cheated it. I hid behind a rock and used Yay Mako and just have her just auto attack and hide behind her homing auto attack and just hide behind the rock and let it attack the rock and and it took like 10 minutes for its HP to finally go down. I'm like, fuck. And my Yay Mako is one of my main strongest characters. Like, almost everything's just about maxed on her. And it took that long. And I'm like, okay, maybe you have to use its opposite element, but I tried to, and it just doesn't do enough damage. And then I came across this one other monster. It's Geo. Just basically all it has is a shield. And then I'm like, okay, so you have to use something to get rid of something good against Geo, which is Greatsword. But my guys can't stay alive. They die in 3 seconds. This thing hits you, you die automatically. Dead. And I couldn't figure it out. Even at world tier, I lowered the world tier and it's still impossibly hard. I have to read up on that if I ever care about doing that. And then I did the story quest and it unlocked one of the bosses to get the materials I need for the character I really want. I couldn't beat her on world tier 9. It just at that stage they have increased damage against you while you have decreased damage against them, and it's really unfair at that world tier 9. So I think it's just best to keep it at 8.
The desert's a tough adversary, but at least it does.
This quest's still going on. For fuck's sake, end it. I thought it was just a short quest. It's probably the last spot, or else I'm gonna leave this for later on. Oh, did I finish my dailies today? Damn it. Take picture. Yeah, I did that. I killed that thing before. Hello?
We mercs have one simple rule. Whoever pays the most is your new boss.
Oh shit, no, I didn't. Didn't finish it. Basically, the reason why I'm rushing it is because I think something's timed here. Yeah, see this. This has 5 days left on it. It says here, to begin, you have to unlock the Statue of the Seven. So I think that's in the new area. Transport. Oh, this one. Oh.
Another test.
Look alive! Into the wind. Buckle up! The wind knows me. Into the wind. Look alive! Hi! Let's get it on! Ha! Scratch!
Be still. The depth's back.
The wind knows me.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
Buckle up!
Fucking asshole. He got it. Still chasing me. Shit. Damn, man. That's like the worst I've ever done. Alright, let's start it here.
Perfect. It's you two. I have a commission here that has your names written all over it. In fact, I'd even go so far as to say you're the only ones for the job.
The only ones for the job? Huh. If our help is really that important, it's probably some Archon-class commission, right?
The Adventurers Guild doesn't employ that kind of classification system. In fact, this commission is also probably not nearly as intimidating as what you're expecting. All it asks us to do is to find a missing person.
Huh? Then why did you say we were the only ones for the job?
I came across this commission while reviewing our backlog not too long ago. It seems simple, but our records indicate that over a dozen successive efforts to complete it have all ended in failure, despite attempts by several accomplished and renowned adventurers. With the reputation of the Adventurers Guild and the performance of the Sumeru branch at stake, it's in our best interest to assign this commission to the adventurer with the highest completion rate over the past few years.
Well, that's us for sure.
All I'm asking is for you to give it your best shot. If it proves to be beyond your capabilities as well, I'll talk to the commissioner about canceling the commission.
Okay, so who are we looking for? And what is it about this commission that's made it so hard to complete?
This commission was jointly issued by the residents of Vimara Village. They say one of their own villagers has gone missing, but the problem is, They don't know the missing person's name. They can only provide information about his general appearance.
They're all from the same village, but they don't even know his name? If so many adventurers have failed to complete this commission, maybe this missing villager doesn't exist at all. Could it be—
Unlikely. Several villagers came by to issue the commission, and judging by their
Oh my
appearance
god,
and
man.
tone
All
of
this,
voice,
it's like, can
they
you please
seemed
help me find
incredibly
this missing
sincere.
person? They come from
It
this
certainly
village.
didn't seem like a joke
We're
to
asking
them.
you because you're the highest
Besides,
success rate.
Putting up
That's
a
it.
commission requires a processing fee.
Look at this, all this.
There aren't many upsides to a prank
extra
that costs
bullshit
more to
they put
carry
in.
out. In any case, it would probably be best to go to Vimara village and ask around first. The Adventurers Guild does have some information on hand, but I would say anything you can learn directly from the villagers would be far more reliable. The best way to avoid misdirection is to go to the source.
All right then, let's go! I'm starting to get really curious about this whole thing.
Wait. Nope, this is bedtime story, yeah. Yeah, this is it. I thought it would send me, what the fuck?
Ad Astra. Thank you for completing. Ad Astra.
Where is it? Dude, where is it? There it is. Now I remember. This is where you actually start in Simaru.
We made it to Vimara village! Why don't we talk to some of the villagers to learn a little bit more about the missing guy?
Hello there. You looking to buy something? I do business in this area.
Oh, no, we're adventurers. Catherine sent us to look into a commission here in Vimara village.
Ah, so you're here about that, then. Ah, you're not the first, that's for sure. We've certainly made a lot of trouble for you all.
Okay, I think this.
To be
I could
honest,
care
we
less
aren't
about
holding out
the
much
actual
hope.
individual I'm looking
Many
for. Just tell me
adventurers
where
have
you.
made their way out here,
We've last seen him.
confident they'd be able to help us.
Also,
Only
I
to
looked
leave
up
soon after with nothing to
Genshin
show
Impact
for
the
their efforts.
animation.
We've
It's
pretty
been
much
a
had it
year
up to here
and
in
some
questions,
that I haven't
and
played
the
this
area
game,
around the
and there's
village has practically been
Still
overturned in
barely
search of
anything
clues.
about it. It's like,
But
yeah,
no one has been able to
we're
make
gonna
any
create
headway.
Genshin Impact the animation.
So, this person
There's like
we're looking for,
a few
what's
concept
his name?
arts
Where
and
did he
pictures of
live?
it,
Does he have any relatives?
and that's like a half, like
I
6
don't
months
know.
later, and then after that's
I really
like
have no
nothing.
clue. I couldn't tell you.
Okay, guess you are
You already
really
have
sick of answering questions.
All the voice actors,
I'm sorry.
Basically.
I didn't mean to sound short with you.
all the voice
I was
actors they
actually
use in
just
this
giving
game,
you
just
my
here you
answer
go.
to your questions.
offer them more money and
I know it may
More
seem
work.
like we don't have anything to offer by way of information, but I promise you, we all have a very strong impression of
when
it.
they're not recording for
When you
this,
live in
they're
the same
recording
village as
for the
someone, you
animation.
develop a lot of memories together, you know? We just don't know the specifics. Maybe we did at one point, but that information is long gone by now. At least that's what everyone in the village seems to think. We've all exchanged what we know, and that was the only logical conclusion.
All right, specifics aside then, what kind of person was he?
Young guy, in his early 20s probably. Incredibly kind sort of person, always willing to lend a helping hand. I'd chat with him when I didn't have any customers. I even saw him stick out his neck for others on more than one occasion.
Now that you've started talking about him, you don't seem nearly as down in the dumps as you did before. Seems like he left a pretty good impression on you.
But of course, everyone in the village is pretty fond of him. We wouldn't have issued that commission otherwise. There aren't many young people like him nowadays, so genuine and pure. To think that he just up and disappeared one day. I just hope nothing bad happened.
Could he have just moved away without telling anyone?
No, he's not the type to leave without saying goodbye. And anyway, moving away without being seen by a single person in the village? There's no way he would have been able to manage that.
Huh. All right, thanks for the information. We're gonna go ask around some more. If this commission is really as challenging as Catherine made it out to be, we're gonna need to carry out a very detailed investigation.
No, we don't. Oh,
It's that guests I hear.
Hi, Grandpa Amadea. We're here to help you look for the guy that's gone missing.
Ah, so that's what brings you to these parts. Coming all this way for our sake. That's so very kind of you. With your help, I trust that young man's case is in good hands.
Could you tell us a bit about him?
Of course. I'm happy to help any way I can. With my failing eyesight, I'm afraid I can't offer much about his appearance. But I do remember hearing the sound of his voice. Not recently, of course. That loss has left me feeling quite empty. I don't think his parents are still living in the village. But somehow he never seemed lonely. In fact, he was usually the one offering companionship to others. He would often take time to visit the elderly or play with the orphans in the village. And whenever someone had something on their mind, he was there to listen with open ears. He always knew just what to say. As the village chief, I owe him many thanks. Helping villagers navigate difficult moments in their lives should have been one of my responsibilities. But he was often the one rising to the occasion.
Wow. He seems like such a nice and gentle person. No wonder his disappearance affected you all so much. But, you wouldn't happen to know any details about his name, address, or family situation, right?
I'm ashamed to admit it, but I just can't remember. No matter how you look at it, I should know those things. But for some reason, no matter how hard I try to remember, the information just doesn't come. Perhaps my age really has caught up with me this time.
It's okay. There's no need to force yourself to try and remember. We'll figure something out. Well, Traveler, what do you think?
Oh, Jesus. I'm not kidding.
Paimon thinks so too. Like, the name thing. It's so weird that no one remembers his name. And nobody has been able to tell us anything about his family or where he lived. It's like this guy's been erased from reality or something.
Wait, give me a second here. Holy shit, what? $42? What the fuck? Okay, I'm back.
Wait, so you're saying it's not that he's been erased
Just checking my,
necessarily, but more like he never existed to begin with?
Daily activity on my bank account.
Okay, Paimon's gonna need some time to process that one.
For credit
Someone
subscription.
who
I'm like,
only
what the fuck?
exists in people's memories?
I have really bad credit, so I did sign up for credit building.
You two are the adventurers who just arrived,
Two types
right?
of credit building.
You're
I know
here
one
for
of
the
them is
Vamara
$7
Village
a month,
Commission?
but this 42 might be my
Yep, sure are. We were
paid
just
to
looking
have a
into the
line of
case.
credit. And I think it's a yearly, $42 a yearly thing.
I'm so glad to hear that. Thank goodness you haven't given up. I've been so worried the Adventurers Guild might cancel our commission. My name is Atosa, by the way. I grew up here in Vamara Village. Anyway, I just wanted to say, please keep searching for a missing villager. I'm begging you.
Yeah, no need to worry. We'll give it our best shot. So, were you close to the missing villager? Are there any leads you can give us?
I'm not sure this counts as a lead, but follow me. There's a place I'd like to show you.
What? What?
Is this the place? Under this tree?
Yep. I know it doesn't look like much, but this place is very meaningful to me. It's so full of memories. We used to always sit together under this tree and talk. Sometimes we would look up at the clouds in the sky, or stop to feel the wind against our skin. We could sit there for hours at a time, never realizing how long it had been. I was actually adopted by the people of Vamar village. The forest rangers found me in the woods as a child. I was surrounded by such good people, and growing up in the village was so lively. Still, there were times when I couldn't help but feel incredibly alone.
Alone?
How should I put it? When something's bothering you, or when you have good news to share, you always want to talk about it with somebody. But for the longest time, I didn't know who I could talk to, or if I should say anything at all. Everyone has their own problems to deal with. Even if I might want to confide in others, I don't want to become a burden. Really? You know exactly how I feel? Wow, that sounds really nice. You're quite lucky. When it comes to our missing villager, well, I guess you could say that to me. He felt like both a family member I could rely on and a friend who could really understand me. No matter what came my way, I knew I could always talk to him. He was so thoughtful and pure, and patient, too. Whenever I talked to him, he would always seem so interested, as if the things I was describing were just as important to him as they were to me. Ever since he disappeared, there's been so much I wanted to tell him. No, none of those things matters now. I just really want to see him again.
Wow. You two must have been really close. Did he ever tell you anything about himself?
He mostly just talked about interesting things he saw around the village. He'd share a lot of his own wild ideas as well. Oh, right! I did ask him about his parents once. But all he said was, they're not here anymore. I didn't know whether that meant they had left the village or passed away, and I didn't want to pry.
Still not much to go off of.
Look at me. Talking your ear off and still nothing to show for it. I'm sorry I wasn't more help. The last time I talked this much in one go was when we were still together. Come to think of it, every time we talked, it always seemed to be around dusk. Just time always passed by really slowly. Even when it felt like we'd been talking for hours, the sun would still be at the same position in the sky.
Well, time always seems to pass slower when you're relaxed, right? What's wrong, Traveler? Hey, look at those hilly trails over there. Doesn't it seem like they're acting a little strange? The Abyss Order. Could they be the ones behind all of this? Uh-oh, we've been spotted! Quick!